I'm Neela. Welcome to my studio. In this video, I will show you how to draft a bodies block for a 5-year-old. We'll draft on a notebook as that is going to be your permanent record always. So shall we start? Let me explain to you why we have to start with the bodies block. Because a basic bodies block is a great starting point for most patterns involving your top half. It can be used to make tops and dresses, and many patterns evolve from this block. So we definitely need to make the bodies block if you want to make any patterns very professionally, and this will make your designing much more easy. Okay, so let's start now. You can actually take a printout of this measurement chart copy, and keep it with you before you start making the drafting the patterns on your book. And why I'm doing on the book is because this is going to be your permanent record. So let's start on the notebook now. So we will begin with the bodies block for a 5-year, as this is the average size. So the measurement what we need for making the bodies block are the round bust, round waist, across shoulder and the waist length. So to start, we will see the waist length first. So the waist length is 10 inches. So we will draw the waist length first. So from here you start straight line down for 10 inches. And you can mark this as 0 here and 1 here. Okay, so next we will go to drawing the across shoulder. And across shoulder, if you see here, across shoulder is also 10 for 5 year. So here we will be drawing half across shoulder. So for half across shoulder, it will be 5. So let's start drawing the line here for 5 inches. Okay, so this is say 5 and mark here as 2. So 0 to 1 is the waist length, 0 to 2 is across shoulder. Okay, is it clear? We will now mark 0.3 for armhole depth. How we measure this? This is actually chest divided by 4 and then minus half an inch. So the chest is 24. So if you divide by 4, it will be 6. So you have to minus another half, so which is 5.5. So we will mark here the armhole depth, which is 5.5. So this is actually approximate on the notebook. This is not the actual measurement. So we will draw here 5.5. Same. Okay. So this is 5.5. So you mark here as 3. Okay, 0 to 3 is the armhole depth. Let's now draw the chest line. How we calculate the chest line is, we have to see the round bust, which is 24. That 24 you have to divide by 4, and that will be 6. So we need another 1 inch more, so that we will have it as 6 plus 1 inch, that is 7 inches. So we will draw a 7 inches line horizontally here. 7 inches. Okay. Say this is 7 inches and you can mark here as 4. So this is the chest line. So next we will mark the waistline. Waistline will be here down, which is 1 to 5. So that will be the same measurement as 3 to 4. Same measurement. So again 7 inches. So we will draw here same measurement as the chest line measurement. So this is, you can mark here as 5. So this is the chest line. Now we will join 4 and 5 with a straight line. Okay, so this is the waistline, chest line, across shoulder. This is the waist length. Now from point 2, we need to draw a perpendicular line down to the chest line. And you have to mark it as 6. So let's draw here. Say from here, a perpendicular line here, and mark this as 6. Now from point 2, come down by half an inch. Why we are marking here for half an inch is because this is actually for the shoulder slope. So mark here as 7. This point is for the shoulder slope. So now we will mark the neck width. Neck width is calculated chest divided by 12, which is 2 inch. So we take 2 inch from point 0 and mark it here for the neck width. Say mark here. This is going to be the neck width, and you can mark this as 8. Now join 8 and 7 for shoulder slope. So this is the shoulder slope. Next we'll move to the front neck depth. How do we calculate this? We have to again chest divide by 24 divide by 12, that is 2 inches. So we come down from point 0 to 2 inches. Okay, so this is the front neck depth. So you can mark this as 9. So this is the front neck depth. Now let's join 8 and 9 with a curve for the front neck depth. So we can join like this with a nice curve. Okay, so this is the front neck depth. So how do we calculate the back neck depth? Is actually from point 9, you just take half an inch above. Okay, so you take here, and this is the back neck depth. So you just mark here 10, and again from this point you will have to join to the point 8 for back neck. Now let's draw the armhole curve. So how do we draw the armhole curve? We have to take the midpoint from 7 to 6. Midpoint will be 2.5. So you just mark here as midpoint of 7 and 6. You can mark it as A. Okay, and you can join from this 7 shoulder point to 4 with the curve. So you bring down here straight. This will be straight here, and then this will come with a curve joining 4. And then for the front armhole curve, you take half an inch inside and mark a point here, and then from point 7 you'll have to draw a nice curve for the front armhole joining again the same point 4. So this is the back armhole curve. This is the front armhole curve. Hope this is clear. For waist, we take half an inch inside from point 5. Okay, so we just take point 5, and this is going to be the waist measurement for the waistline. So we take half an inch inside from point 5 and now join 4 and this point, and you can mark this as 11. So join this. So this is the waistline now, and this is the side seam. Okay. So let's calculate the dart line of the waist dart line. So the waist dart line, how we calculate is actually the chest divided by 12, which is 2 plus half. 2.5 inches we have to mark. So that will be somewhere here. So this is the dart line for the waist. So we mark here, and the height of the dart line will also be chest divided by 12 plus half an inch, which is again 2.5. So we mark here. So this is the dart line. Here you can mark as 12 and here as 13. Next, for the shape of the dart, we just take 3 points this side and 3 points this side. Okay, so we just calculate just an approximate here on the book now, and then you just connect the line 13 to this dot and to this one. So this is the dart line for the bodice block. In the next video, I will be teaching you how to draft the bodice block on a thicker cardboard like this. This is actually the front side of the bodice block for a 6 to 7 years. So I will show you for the 5-year on a thicker cardboard. So you can cut it out like this and keep one for the front and one for the back separately. So then you can make any styles you want, which I will be explaining to you. Thank you. In the next video, we'll draft the bodice block in the actual size on a cardboard.